Hey guys, let me see if I can see. All right, so I was just gonna do this assignment with you, Chapter 8, Checkup 40. So you'll be doing this. You're gonna go grab this worksheet. It's attached to this assignment, and you're gonna print it out and be able to fill it in as we go, and then send a copy to me. Or I can have it where you can edit on your own tablet. So either way, you can either print it or edit it on your tablet or your laptop or your desktop, and then just gonna take a picture of it or send it through the file to me so that I have this, and we'll count this as a quiz grade. So as long as you do the work with me, you will get a quiz grade for this, a good quiz grade. So put some cheese slices and bread on your plate. All right, so I know that it's starting off with a verb right here. So that means that something's missing. The subject is missing. And when we don't have a subject, we know that's going to be that understood you. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in here. You, subject pronoun. That's our subject. Okay? And then we have the verb is put. You put. All right, so I want to make sure I put V for verb there, but I have to determine whether it's a pattern one verb or a transitive verb. So I say, you put some cheese, slices, and bread on your plate. So what are we putting on the plate? You put what? Slices and bread. So there's two direct objects. So this is going to be compound direct object and compound direct object. All right, so this is actually going to be a transitive verb. So I'm going to put VT. All right. All right, you put some cheese, slices, and bread. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put my C for my conjunction. And then now we say, what kind of slices? Oh, they're cheese slices. Okay, this is an adjective. How many slices? Some. This is also an adjective. Okay, on your plate, that tells me position. On is a preposition, so I'm going to put my parentheses around my prepositional phrase. On what? On your plate. This is an object of the preposition. This is PPA because we say whose plate? Your plate. All right, so the whole thing is going to be double underlined because this is the whole complete predicate. All right, we're just going to draw a line here between the subject and the predicate. What else do we need to do? We need to say this is an imperative sentence. So it's IMP. It's a command sentence. So now over here we're going to put subject, noun, verb, pattern. Oh, misleading verb. Subject, noun. I was so used to doing subject, noun, verb, pattern 1. Subject, noun, verb, transitive, pattern 2. Direct object. That's right. Add that in there. I just want to see how it looks on your. Yeah, you guys can see okay. All right, so let's do the second one. Before dinner, okay? Before dinner, Terry and I played a quick game of cards. All right, so this is starting off with a prepositional phrase. So before is our preposition. Before what? Before dinner. All right, so it starts off with a preposition. This would be an inverted sentence because it's not starting off with a subject. So Terry is the subject noun, but it's compound because there's also a subject pronoun. All right, Terry and I. So we put a C before the subject noun and the subject pronoun because there's two subjects. Terry and I, what did they do? They played. All right, now we need to see if it's a transitive verb. So we say, what did they play? They played a game. This is our direct object. That makes us a transitive verb. All right, so what kind of game was it? It was a quick game, that's adjective. And then article adjective for A. Ms. Griffin says, all right, and then of cards. Of is a preposition. Cards is the object of the preposition. Draw that parentheses around that prepositional phrase. All right, so Terry and I is this complete subject. Everything else is the complete predicate. All right, I need to draw a line between the subject and the predicate, and I need to put subject noun, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 2. And then over here, this is a declarative sentence. All right, change colors here. Did Clint's son change the damaged tire on their car? All right, this is a question. So I'm gonna go ahead and write interrogative over here. Okay? So, when we have a question, we always turn it into a statement. So we say, Clint's son did change. Did change is my verb phrase. So I know change is going to be the verb. Did is the helping verb. Okay? So Clint's son did change. All right, so son is the subject noun. And then this is going to be our possessive noun adjective. All right? Clint's son did change. Now we have to determine if this is a verb from pattern 1 or a pattern 2 transitive verb. So what did he change? He changed the tire. So that makes this a transitive verb. This is our direct object. All right? What kind of tire? A damaged tire. All right? The is article adjective. The rest of this is my prepositional phrase. On, it tells us position. On what? On the car. On their car is possessive pronoun adjective. All right, so we have labeled it. Now we need to underline the complete predicate and subject. So Clint's son is the complete subject. Everything else needs to be double underlined. Draw a line between the main verb and the subject. And then we need to label it. Subject noun, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 2. So I'm going to let you guys write that down, make sure you've written down everything, and then we're going to move on to the next part, because you know when I move this screen, all this writing is going to move with it, so we have to erase everything. So go ahead and fill in your sheet. Let's see, you'll be doing this on Wednesday, so it's April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day. Alright, so go ahead and fill that in. You can pause it if you need to, and then we're going to move up to the next part. Okay, moving on. So you see what happens when, oh, look at that, it went with it. That has never happened. You guys, the whole year we couldn't let that happen, did we? But for some reason when you guys are gone, now the smartboard decides it wants to be smart. So that was a miracle right there. Okay, so in exercise 2, underline the verb or verb phrase. Identify the verb phrase by tense by writing 1 for present, 2 for past, or 3 for future, and then write the past tense form. Write R for regular or I for irregular. So lots of things to do here. So, all right, so we are going to colorful leaves fall in my yard in October. All right, so the verb is fall, right there. All right, so now I need to see if it's present, past, or future. So they're happening right now. The colorful leaves are falling. So the verb tense is 1. All right, if I put that into past tense, I'd say colorful leaves fell. All right, so since it changed, a vowel changed from A to E, it's going to be an irregular verb. All right? My friends are listening to music. Okay, are listening is my verb phrase. Okay, so, whoops, I jumped one, didn't I? I'll go ahead and do number 3, and then we'll come back and do number 2. My friends are listening. They're listening right now. So that is going to be present tense. Okay? So if we want to change it to the past, we say my friends listened. Listened. Okay? So the root word is there as listen, and they added ed to it, so it's just going to be regular. Okay? Carrie closed the door very quietly. Closed. All right, she did that in the past, so we're going to put 2 for past tense. All right? So Carrie closed. I don't have to change this one at all. All right? The root word is root verb is close. She closed the door. So now I know this one is going to be a regular one. They just added ed to it. All right, will you tell my mother your recipe? All right, you will tell. So will tell is my verb phrase, and that's in the future. So we want to put a 3. All right, and then the past tense of tell is told, and we're going to put irregular for that one. Tell and told are different. Tyson is blowing. Is blowing is the verb. That is present tense. It's happening right now. He is blowing it. And to put in the past tense, you'd say Tyson blew the whistle loudly. So blew. So going from blow to blew, that will be an irregular verb. Grandma has bought groceries this week. All right, has bought is in the past, so we want to put a number 2. So we don't have to change the verb, we just put bought, B-O-U-G-H-T. All right, so if you want to say that she's doing it right now, you say Grandma buys groceries. So, or she is buying, so that would be an irregular verb. Okay. The puppy whined for a playmate. Whined, that is in past tense. All right, so whined would be, you don't have to change anything. And the present tense is the puppy whines. So you just had to add ed to it, so this is going to be a regular verb. All right, everyone was laughing at his jokes. Was laughing is our verb phrase. It's in the past, so we want to make sure that we put 2 for past tense, right? They were laughing. Okay. So it could either be 2 or 1. I think the book, because the past tense of laugh is laughed. It's going to be a regular noun. Everyone was laughing because it has that was in it. It's going to make it in the past tense. All right, my dad and mom will see a movie tonight. So will see is the future tense. So we want to put a 3. And then the past tense of that is saw. And that's going to be irregular. Okay. All right, so we don't need to list the present tense and past tense helping verbs. We're just going to skip over that part. It's not as important to me as the editing and the verb tenses and the classifying. So, all right, Dale's little kitten would play with his mother's ball of yarn for hours, period. Dale and his mother watched Trixie and laughed at the funny things she did, period. Then Trixie would walk away with her tail in the air and lay daintily on her pillow, period. All right, so there should be 3 end marks, so we can cross that off. All right, now we're going to do the capitals. I know this is supposed to be a capital D. All right. Dale is supposed to be capital D here. Trixie should be capitalized. Then should be capitalized. And Trixie. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's it. All right, commas. All right, usually we use a comma if we're going to be doing a list or for a compound sentence. So do we see a compound sentence here? All right, so this one, Dale and his mother watched Trixie and laughed at the funny things she did. That's not a compound sentence because it has a compound predicate. So Dale and his mother watched and laughed. So that's not a compound sentence. Then Trixie would walk away with her tail in the air and lay daintily on her pillow. So this one's a compound sentence because we'll put it right there. That's one comma. Okay, our homonyms. Dale's little kitten would play with his mother's ball of yarn for hours. Hours. Okay. They watched Trixie and laughed at the funny things she did. Then Trixie would walk away with her tail in the air and lay daintily on her pillow. Do we see? Oh, right here. N. That's supposed to be I-N. You know what, guys? When I was looking at that, I don't think either one of those are compound sentences. They're just simple compound verb sentences, so they don't need commas. That's why I sat there and paused for a minute because I didn't think that's where the comma went. The comma actually goes after then, which is the introductory phrase or word. So there's actually not any compound sentences in here. There's just simple compound verb sentences, which just has the compound predicates. All right, so Dale's little kitten would play with his mother's ball of yarn for hours. All right, we got our two homonyms, we got our comma. Now we just need two apostrophes, all right? Right here with Dale's little kitten. And then, where's another apostrophe? Dale and his mother watched Trixie and laughed at the funny things she did. Then, Trixie would walk away with her tail in the air and lay daintily on her pillow. Where am I missing another apostrophe? Dale's little kitten would play with his mother. Oh, mother's ball. Right here. Mother's ball of yarn. You guys probably saw that and were like, Miss Lamford, get it together. Okay, so sorry about those. Telling you that was a compound sentence. It's actually not. It's just a compound predicate. This is where you need to put your comma after the introductory word for that sentence. All right, if you will just upload this to me, however you do it, if you print it out, if you do it online, and just send it to me. This will be your quiz grade for today. Hopefully you can put all the answers that I put up here and leave this part blank, and we will give you a quiz grade. Sounds good.